Okay. Mm. Mm. We are working with, thank you, little Miss Roxie here. She's, I think, somewhere around 12 weeks old. I can't quite remember. And we're working with food. My food. I probably should have done that before I hit record. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Good sit. So we're going to be working with a couple of things here. The first one is how polite we need to be when we are going to eat our food. You can see she's all over every food item I have. This is a bag of dog treats. This is her kibble. And I was eating a graham cracker with cream cheese and lemon curd, which is like the best thing ever. It basically tastes like cheesecake. Sit, please. So what I want her to learn, to start getting her to this, I want the idea in her head that when there is food involved, she needs to stop and think. So we're going to start with her food bowl, because that's easy. Sit, please. She knows how to sit. She, in fact, does it quite well. Nope. I'm going to put your bowl down, but not until you sit. This might be a long video. Nope. Sit, please. Nope. And I don't have any treats. Her treat right now is her food. So I've just caught her collar. I grabbed her tags under her chin, because sometimes that's the easiest thing to grab. And I'm going to lift my hand again. Sit, please. Oops. And she pulled out. So you can tell I'm not holding it very tightly because she pulled free. I am not trying to like force her into a sit. I'm just trying to give her an idea of what it is that I'm asking. I know. I'm going to put the food bowl down so that I can use my other hand as well. Sit, please. And I'm going to lift slightly, on her, mostly on her chest. I'm not really lifting on her collar. And my goal is to pull her hips back and down, like I'm going to sort of wrap her in a burrito. Because I don't want, if I push straight down, it's going to jam her joints. I do not want to jam anybody's joints. So, oh no, you can't go see it until you sit. So, hand on my chest. I'm going to back her up a little bit. Sit, please. I'm waiting for her. Oh, really? Lily can look at your feet. It's okay. No. Oh my God. This would be a puppy temper tantrum. She's all wound. Oh no. She's all wound up. She apparently does not like Lily sniffing her stuff. That's interesting. Hi. So, 12-week-old puppies typically don't care about stuff like that. But this is a puppy who's a little overtired right now, and she's a little wound up. She's really wound up. Sit, please. Oh, good job. Yes, and now I'm going to make sure I get her food real quick. I held her in position. Right here. You'll notice I'm scruffing her a little bit here. I don't scruff puppies a lot. Puppies don't get in a lot of trouble, really. Mostly because you'll notice adult dogs let puppies get away with murder. And I take my cue off an adult dog. But when she starts hard staring Lily for coming towards her food, or she goes from that's a little more serious. And definitely something I'm going to stop right now while she's 12 weeks old. So you see this watching? No. And she braced. No. There you go. You may have your food. So, mama dog, there's not a lot of scruffing that goes on. Mama dog might pick a puppy up and carry them away somewhere and say that was not appropriate. So that's kind of what I've done. I'm very careful to put my hands underneath her collar so that if I do need to lift her up and move her like I've been doing, I'm not going to pick her up off the ground. I'm not sure at which point she's heavy enough that that will actually hurt her. And B, that way when I do pick her up, even just onto her back legs just to move her, mostly I'm pulling up from her scruff because I don't want to put that pressure on her collar, ironically now that I think about it. Usually when I do this, I'm leaving all 4 feet on the ground and I might just like turn them away from something. And it might hurt to pull them around from their skin like that. I mean, their scruff is made for it at this age for mama dog, but I'm not sure at which point they're going to be too heavy. So I always leave my hand under the collar so that I can guide with the collar too. In this case, I'm mostly doing skin because the collar would cut into the throat if I lifted her up on her back legs like that. Good girl. I did not tell her she was super naughty or anything. I just said, no, that's not appropriate. Let's go this way instead. So that, yes, she got the message, but a puppy is not really... No. Thank you. A puppy is not really geared for... No, I know. And you'll notice I'm petting her while she's eating. No. Here's my little scruff again. I just grabbed and wiggled. The puppy's not geared for big consequences at this age. I'm also now going to add in treats. I would much rather be doing this positive. Good, yeah. Good. So when she lets Lily walk past and she doesn't react badly, nope. Good girl. Good. Now, the first time she went and I said nope and I blocked her and she turned away. That first time was a little more aggressive. Not as aggressive as she was earlier. Yeah, okay, I'll give you some more treats. The second time, she was trying really hard. Right now, she's trying really, really hard. We've got Cash and Lily here, and she's carefully not looking at them. She just went around behind them. When they got too close and she was stressed about it, she looked at me for treats, which is what I want. Cash, you are so helpful. Oh gosh, you guys, come here. Whoops, spilled the bag of treats, and boy is Roxie happy about that. All right, Lily, come this way. So now we've got all three of my dogs. Her sister is still outside sunning on the patio furniture. Good girl. If she were in a pack of dogs, it wouldn't even occur to her to be upset about other dogs being around while she ate, because there would always be other dogs around while she ate. I know that her big sister has started to get a little possessive of her bones. My guess is that one of them is learning it from the other. My hope is that she's learning it from her big sister. Because if she's doing that at this age automatically, that means it's something that we'll have to work with a little bit more. And I'm hoping I can just snap her out of this real quick. Yeah. So now she's realizing, okay, yes, these other big dogs around, but nobody's stealing my food, and Jen is giving me treats. I didn't expect to have to deal with this right now, so our training session just turned into that instead of what I had expected it to be. That's okay. Now, because I'm videoing, I'm going to change the training session, and I'm going to go back to what I wanted to do. She's had a good drink of water. In a minute. What I want her to do is to sit before I put her bowl down, and then hopefully wait for me to release her, but that'll take more than just this training session. Right now, if I can get her to sit before I put her bowl down, that's great. So I've taken the edge off of her frantic, oh my God, I need food right now, by giving her some food. And I did that because I just put her in a sit and then gave her food. I'm gonna do it again now that she's a little calmer. I'm gonna see if she can remember. And I've got treats. Treats are always wonderful. Sit. And she really wants to come up. So when you're trying to teach a puppy to sit, the idea is that you put the treat on their nose. I'm hanging onto it. It's between my fingers, so she can't take it out. Put it on her nose and just lift a little bit to rock her weight up and back. There, like that. So if she comes up on her back legs, then I know that I'm lifting too high. I need to actually sort of squish into her face and push her down. Good sit. Now I'm going to keep her attention with my treat. Oh, I'm going to put her in a sit again. These are Zook's minis, and I'm breaking them into even minier pieces. I'm breaking them into, like, each one of these, I'm breaking into 3 or 4. So, sit. Good. And I'm going to give her that treat while I put her bowl down. Good. Okay, would you like your food? So she's just realized, oh, I don't have to race for my food. Maybe it's better if I sit down. I like that. Yeah, I know. Now, I would like her to stop jumping at me when I have food, whether it's hers or treats or my food. I don't want her jumping on me when I do it. First, we're going to clean up the mess, because that would be a lot to ask for Cash, who is sitting right here. You can see his fluffy tail. Hey, Cashy. Cashy, Cashy. It'd be a lot to ask him not to come over here and eat her kibbles. He would do it for me, but I'm working with her. I don't want to have to think about what he's doing as well. I love that she's letting me take her kibbles away. She should at this age. Hi! That time you saw that quick motion as she tried to grab it before I got it. I didn't respond. I just said hi, and then I held onto it and offered it to her so that she starts learning, it's okay, kid. Nobody's going to take your food and not give it back. Sometimes when you have this sort of a response, it's a puppy that's not getting fed enough. Now, they just increased her food from a cup a day to a cup and a half a day, but I might very well increase it again. Good sit. So you'll notice my hand motion there. I was pushing it back into her face to get her to come down whenever she jumped up. Okay. You want your food? No, you want treats? Treats are so much tastier. I know it. I know it. Yeah. Oh, hi. Now, she's looking for my open hand with no treats in it, which I really appreciate. So for that, she's going to get a treat. There. And I'm going to put it in my open hand and give her a treat. So this is the hand I actually have the treats in. And this is the first time, hi, she's looking at me. She's not looking at the hand to get them. She's not pawing at my face. Oh, now she's looking at the hand. No, no, leave it. Now I want her to leave it. I could just wait. Like, one technique is just to wait until they realize they're not going to get it, and they walk away, and then you reward them. Hi! The other thing I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to say, leave it, and when she doesn't, I'm going to blow in her face real quick. Hi! It's just a distraction technique, so that then I can tell her how good she is. Yeah. Leave it. I know! What the heck was that? That time, clearly, I had to blow in her face 3 times. And now I'm going to give her a treat because she left it. Now, by the time I give her this treat, she's going to have forgotten that she left it, so never mind, I'm not going to. I'm going to put my hand with my treats right back down here where they are easy access. And she's just decided to eat her kibble, which is great. I'm going to pick her bowl up. Crunch, crunch, crunch. I'm going to pick these up. She did that really well. She let me take that, so I'm going to give her a little treat. Good. Okay, babe. No. Sit. So clearly I lifted my hand way too high. This over the head is the cue, at least in my world. But she is still needing more guidance than that. Good sit. So I gave her the treat. She has eaten it. I'm going to put her bowl down. Okay. Good girl. And my goal there is not to make her sit until I say okay. It's to say okay before she stands up. Hi. I know. No. No. Leave it. Good. That time I inhaled for. Leave it. I love you too. Oh my goodness. I would say I'm training for one thing at a time, but clearly I am not. But I'm not worried about her jumping on my face because that's at the low end of the totem pole. She's a baby. She wants some reassurance. She wants to know that things are okay. Good girl. She wants to know that things are okay. I'm not worried if she's going to jump and paw at my face. I can deal with that in a little while. Right now, I want her to know that I can hand her food. I can take it away. She should sit when she wants it. She should not try and steal it. What you looking at, kiddo? Now she's just picked something up. I think it's a fuzzy. But I'm going to trade. I'm going to put a treat on her nose. Leave it. Yay, I got it. It's a fuzzy. So I put a treat on her nose. When she went to... Ah, God, it's a spider! It's dead. I generally deal with spiders pretty well, but not when I think they're a fuzzy and I pick them up. Oh my God. It's not a small spider either. Oh, good. You eat that up. Yes. Yum, yum, yum. Little protein there. I'm not taking that out of her mouth. Oh my God. So a second ago, I did take it out of her mouth. I put the... Roxie, I want you to come here. Yes. Good job. Here, you want these treats? You want these crumbles? I hope you swallowed that spider. Yum, yum, yum. I put the treat on her nose. I couldn't tell if she'd quite spit it out or not, so I took my other fingers and I swiped them under her chin here and picked up the fuzzy, and then immediately released the treat so she could grab it. So most puppies, if you put that treat on their nose, they'll spit out whatever they've got to take the treat, and then you hand them the treat and you take the thing away, sometimes at the exact same moment. Is that so tasty? I am now out of treats. I had the treat bag sitting here between my legs, and she's kind of figured out that I don't want her going for the treat bag. Now she's going for my hands, though. She's forgotten that lesson. That's okay. I'm going to nudge her back. Can you sit instead? Sit. This is a lousy cheat. I don't have a treat in my hand. Sit. Good girl. Oh, nope, not quite. Sit. Once again, I do not have a treat in my hand. Sit. She thinks I do, though. Good girl. Okay, you want your bowl? Now I'm actually just getting her to sit so that she'll stop diving for my food. I'm basically using a sit as a leave it because I want her to calm down and think things through a little bit. But I'm also then using it, you'll notice most times when she sits, I then redirect her back to her food because I want her ingrained in this idea of, oh, if I want to eat when I am supposed to be getting my food, I should be polite and sit down. And then I'll get a treat and I'll get food. It's a great thing. Hi, babe. Hi. Now I've got my treat in this hand. I'm going to drop my hand so she can go to it if she wants. And then I can say, leave it. And puffs. Oh, what a good girl. You can see how quick she's picked this up. The first time, I did little puffs of air in her face 3 times. The second time, I didn't do any puffs of air in her face. I inhaled to do so, and she immediately stopped. This time, I just said, leave it, and she walked away. We are not ready for the advanced course, which would be leaving my hand open with a treat in it. But I guess that would be like beginner advanced, the advanced side of beginner. She's no longer worried about me picking up this food or anything like that. She wasn't overly concerned about it in the first place, but she did have that one moment. You want one of these? Yeah. I'm going to ask her to sit, and then I'm going to put her food down. Okay, sit. Can you do it? Good. Okay, get your food. She's like, heck no, lady, I want a treat. Hi, Lily. Lily's coming over. I'm totally going to give Lily a treat. That was not super polite, but it wasn't as nasty as it was before. So when she raced around and she thought maybe she would give Lily a little, like, snap, snap, that was more of a snap, snap. And I just tapped her on her ribcage just to distract her, and she turned around and came away. And then she did it a second time, and she turned around and came away. And this third time I went, and I gave her a little bit of a harder nudge, I should say. Oh, that's polite. Yes, you can give Lily kisses. Now she's distracting Lily. She doesn't want Lily to eat the treat, so she leans up and gives her kisses. That is much more appropriate. That's, you know, the doggy equivalent of, please don't eat my treat, as opposed to, back off, it's mine. Yes, I'm talking about you. Now, Lily is deaf, so I can't call her back over. Oh, really? And this is the cue. That's enough training for right now. We're going to have a nap. Do you need a nap? Okay. We're going to have a cuddle, really, is what we need, because all puppies need TLC sometimes. Oh, so many kisses. And that was a lot of brain work for a puppy.